All right. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? It appears that we are live. All right. And this is an on the way home live. I guess we'll start trying to do a few more of these early morning things as far as my little first initial thoughts on various things regarding crypto. What the deal, everybody? You are now tuned into your host, the hottest voice in crypto, Mr. Too Rich, the Southern Urban Voice. You are now tuned into Too Rich to Miss Unscripted, the live from the car version. Because when we're out here investing in crypto and investing in various things, you have to have multiple streams of income to be able to do what you do. And I drive around. Um, is one of my streams of income. But that's neither here nor there. The title of this particular episode: most people will miss out on this BTC cryptocurrency bull market for one primary reason. Well, a bunch, but one of the first ones that I feel that people are going to miss out on this opportunity. And it's quite frankly because of a state of mind. There's a lot of people out here that are so set in their ways and so stuck in their thought processes and in their narratives that they don't allow themselves to be open minded enough to be able to allow themselves to see that there is a different or an a yeah a different or an additional way to be able to do something, or that it could be a situation where they don't know what they don't know, and that's possible as well. We don't know what we don't know, but a lot of people don't know what they don't know, and they feel like what they know is everything in it. And what that does is that limits you from even looking outside of the box and being able to explore different opportunities. So, I mean, in one of my other videos, I asked on the channel on Too Rich to Miss, or I may have tweeted it on my Twitter, Too Rich to Miss, or it may have been a meme that I did um, on my Instagram, Too Rich to Miss. Follow me all around, by the way. Uh, I was talking about why I was talking about when the daughter asked the young daughter asked her mother why they cut the ends off the ham. And I thought it was a very interesting analogy when it comes to mindset. And all of this gets back into crypto. I'll tell you how here in a second. And most of us know the story, but at the end of the story, she asked her mother. Her mother didn't know why. I did it because your grandmother told me how to do it. This is what we're supposed to do. She goes to the grandmother. Grandmother says, I do it this way because that's how my mother taught me. She goes to the next mother, which is her other grandmother, her great grandmother, right? And I know. But wait for it. She goes to the great grandmother to say, hey, why do we cut the ends off the ham? And her response was, because we didn't have a big enough pan. And because they didn't have a big enough pan, that's what she did. But if you're fast forwarding all the way down to the little girl in present day, the pans are fucking huge. So, what is the moral to the story? The moral to the story is the way things were done back then were or done in the past or even done in current day, that's they were done this way for a reason and for a purpose. The utensils or the items that you needed to be able to do more were either not available or it was not something that you had access to or that you could afford. So, how does all this get back into crypto? This all gets back into crypto and why people are going to miss out on the gains in this bull market because people currently don't, a lot of people, unfortunately, don't understand the problem of the current monetary finance system, so they will never be able to truly appreciate the solution that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency offers. But that's fine because this is something that I notice in not just in finance, but in life and in life in general. We don't know what we don't know. And if there's something else that may be different than what we are used to, we are going to shut it down as being bullshit, conspiracy theories. Uh, they don't know what they're talking about. What is all that shit? Is this, that, I mean, whatever you want to call it. But the proof is in the pudding. And unfortunately, especially if we want to go and start talking about the black community, we seem to always be showing up to the financial party last. And I think most of that is because we don't take the time to think outside the box. My personal thoughts. We don't take the time to think outside the box. A lot of us. A bunch of us do, but some of us don't. And a lot of us don't take the time to realize that we need to do something different. A lot of us don't want to take the time to go out and do more reading and more research into some different things and different avenues. Some of us don't just honestly are comfortable and complacent in where we are. So we figure, why should we do anything else or learn anything else? Meanwhile, meanwhile, the financial, the monetary policy is switching up. There is inflation, but of course, most people don't even understand that inflation is the hidden tax that hits and kills the finances of people that are not making that are in lower income brackets and don't make as much money. Because when you're not making as much money, you feel it. You feel it when you go to the grocery store and the meat is 10% higher, or milk is higher. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody is not paying attention to those type of things. Most people don't. That I run into, unfortunately, a lot of people I run into, not most. I run into a lot of people when you talk to them about investing in gold, silver, and other assets that are just hard assets. Most people are just like, and I mean, I talk to people that are heavily invested in the stock market, and they don't even understand or want to take the time to understand that the same way that you pick your stocks is the same way that you go through and pick these coins for the most part. Granted, there's a few little nuances along the way, but most of the basic strategies in picking a solid stock investment is the same strategies that you will use for picking a solid cryptocurrency project for the most part. And once again, there's a few little nuances along the way that you have to keep in mind with that. But most people are honestly gonna miss the whole entire boat until until the whole world is suddenly talking about it. And once the whole world is talking about it, the gains are going to be, most of the sick gains that we like are going to be gone for those people who are going to see this video later on and be like, well, damn, he was talking about this shit for a minute. I mean, because keep in mind, I've been on record publicly saying to DCA into the blue chip big crypto projects since shit Bitcoin was down in the $10,000 area is when I started talking about it. I've been DCA, and DCA is dollar cost average. I've been DCAing into Bitcoin since it's been at 9. Well, since it's been at 7,000. So you know, and and once again, and I'm talking from an old cat perspective. I'm talking about from an old cat perspective that did not have 5, 6 figures to put into this market. I've been dollar cost averaging in with what I've had available, and I've been building my stuff up ever since. And if you listen to some of my previous episodes, then you'll know my percentage gains. You know, um, but we're not gonna put all that out there right now. Go and listen to some of the other content, and you'll be able to see what I said. But those of you that are coming into this video, that are checking it out late, you are tuned in to the hottest voice in cryptocurrency, Mr. Too Rich, from Too Rich to Miss, the channel that you're watching, cryptocurrency news and tools that you can use. Talking about the reason why people will miss out on this Bitcoin cryptocurrency bull market. The state of mind, the lack of having an open mind, the lack of having an open mind. If people don't have an open mind to uh, look at the way technology is moving, to look at how the world is moving, and and to see that you need to pivot. Or if you made if you made an ass ton of money in the stock market and your stock portfolio is insanely high, then perhaps, I'm just saying, perhaps, maybe you should think about a hedge against what could happen when the stock market starts to dump. Because granted, yeah, we got Biden coming in office, and yeah, he's going to continue to do what he need to do to prop the stock market up and all of that. Yeah, um, but what happens when big corporations stop? What happens? Here's something simple. What happens to raise interest rates? Do you have a proper hedge when they start raising interest rates and the stock market starts to go down? I'm just saying, and I'm not an anti-stock person. I'm a portfolio person, period. And takes to increase the value of your portfolio. So, and protecting your assets, and protecting and preserving the things that your money that you're getting, right? All of that, this is what we're talking about. And if the stock market has been great to you, I mean, because granted, the tech stocks have been doing amazing things. But me personally, I'm over here in crypto because I've been able to get more money in crypto. So I mean, I'm flipping this money in crypto. I took money out of my savings account, I dumped it into crypto, And I'd have made a hell of a lot more money in crypto than it would have made with it just sitting in a doggone savings account. And I am, and it all comes from my state of mind, and being willing to get out here and jump in and dig in and go get it and look at what's really happening out here in the world, and going through and pivoting and getting in where I fit in. So at the end of the day, am I telling you to invest in crypto? Nope, not at all. I'm not telling you to invest in um, Bitcoin. Nope, not at all. I'm not telling you to invest in the best performing asset over the last 12 years. I'm not telling you to invest in a market that is in its infancy and that will come in and change a lot of what we know, a lot of the way we function and operate. Nope, ain't telling you none of that. I'm not telling you to go through and take advantage of the protocols that are growing, that are in the, what I would say, the dial-up phases, or what you would compare email to in the 90s, and then you see what the internet and email is right now. The internet is right now, and all of the opportunities that are here now. I'm not telling you to think 10 years down the road and and think about what is going to be going on 10 years from now or 5 years from now with blockchain technology and with the companies that are coming in. Where I'm not trying to convince you to look into and check out Ethereum, and is built on top of Ethereum. Yeah, most of it is built on top of Ethereum. I'm not going to talk about none of that. Market. I'm not trying to get you to do anything. I'm not trying to get you to. I'm not trying to sell you the latest, hottest coin. I'm here reporting the information and reporting the news. Reporting the crypto news, and what voice in cryptocurrency sound better than me? So, and as I continue to go and talk about the cryptocurrency news, we will be talking about some of the latest news reports and all of that here in a few hours. We're on our way to the studio. I am just finishing up one thing that I do early in the morning, and I'm going in here to get in and get some voiceovers done and get and review the news for the day. We all have stuff going on in the world of crypto, and put out some great content. To the personal thing that I'm doing is I'm building up my capital in. I believe that the cryptocurrency space, where dial-up internet was back in the 90s. I'm thinking about when the guy was on, I can't think, Bryant Gumbel or something like that, I think is what it was, when he was on TV and they first started talking about email, and he said, "What is this email?" I remember talking to a developer at a bank that I was working at. This is the head IT guy. I was talking to him. I said, "Listen, you know what? Tax time." I said, "Man, that should. How hard would it be to build a website that people could go on to do their taxes on?" This was 96, 95, 96. I was in Dallas. This is like 96. In 96, I asked him that. His response back then: "The internet is not secure. We can't do that. Even if I built that, no one would use it. Who is going to put their personal information online? Who is going to put their personal information online and do their taxes online?" Fast forward to now. We do almost everything online. Doing taxes online is just regular stuff. The IRS has their own site now where you can do your taxes online. So I said that and I put that story out there to say this. Wave of the next technological advancement are available to be invested in. Now, I'm not telling you what to invest in. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So when you're looking at Too Rich to Miss and I talk about VeChain, I'm investing in VeChain. That's what I just believe. When I talk about Bitcoin, I'm investing in Bitcoin. That's just what I'm. Ethereum, I'm investing in Ethereum, and that's what I'm doing. When I talk about it's going to whatever it's going to, that's what I believe. And when I say DYOR, I'm just saying, hey, do your own research into these projects that I'm looking at because you just might find something that works for you and manage your risk along the way. With that being said, let me go in here and get my going to get my mind right and going into the next stage and the next phase. You are now tuned into the hottest voice in cryptocurrency, Mr. Too Rich, the Southern Urban Voice. Be sure to check out my website, www.toorich2miss.com. Like, share, subscribe,